So are we watching random geopolitical drama unfold in 2026? Or are we entering a year where structural clash energy makes global tension more visible and more commercially relevant than most business owners realize? Have you noticed how certain headlines suddenly dominate attention? Whether it's Trump and Greenland, trade positioning, resource assets, or territorial signaling, and how quickly narratives escalate before cooling. And have you considered that what looks like political theater at the top often translates into logistics pressure, supply chain adjustment, and currency volatility at the ground level? Well, do stay with me until the end of this video because I want to walk you through 3 things that matters for most founders and business owners in Singapore and Malaysia. First, how the firehorse clash energy operates at macro level. Second, why leadership charts interacting with annual structure can amplify friction. And third, how that friction trickles down into operational realities for small and medium enterprises. If this perspective helps you read the room at scale rather than reacting to headlines emotionally, do me a favor, click like to this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it, and share this video with another founder and business owner who needs structural awareness more than political commentary. Okay? Thank you for that. Now, let's reset the frame properly. As you can see in my other videos, 2026 is a firehorse year, and fire in Bazi terms represents visibility, exposure, speed, and amplification, while the horse carries strong fire momentum that tends to activate movement and confrontation rather than quiet negotiation. When fire dominates and water is weak, moderation reduces and reactions become sharper, which means political signaling escalates faster and global positioning becomes more explicit. Clash in Chinese metaphysics, don't get me wrong, doesn't automatically mean war, okay? Stay chill, cool. Clash just means change. Clash means tension between structures. And clash means something must move because 2 forces cannot occupy the same space comfortably. Okay? That's the meaning of clash. When you see high visibility geopolitical discussion intensifying, whether over territory, resources, or influence, what you are witnessing structurally is fire amplifying metal and ice themes, which symbolically represents authority, sovereignty, borders, and control. And if a leader's personal chart carries strong metal, and the year carries strong fire, guess what? Fire counters metal. In Chinese, we call it 水火不容, which symbolically suggests pressure on authority, scrutiny on governance, and stress on institutional stability. Now, it doesn't mean collapse. It only means exposure. It only means leadership decisions face faster public reaction and sharper geopolitical counter moves. Now, it's where most small business owners feel disconnected because they think geopolitics is far away, okay? But macro clash energy trickles down operationally. You see, when large powers reposition, supply chains reroute. When tariff language intensifies, procurement timelines change. When currency narrative shift, capital flows adjust. Make sense? In the 5 year, these adjustments just happen faster. Shipping costs will spike quickly. Compliance rules can tighten suddenly. Export and import frameworks can shift with shorter notice periods. And if you're running a business in Singapore and Malaysia, especially one depending on cross-border flow, raw material, or digital infrastructure, macro clash energy is not theory, it's real, okay? It affects logistics, insurance, currency exposure, and even pricing decisions. Now, the Chinese metaphysics becomes relevant here, not because it predicts which country will win, okay? It's not about prediction, but it highlights when friction energy is structurally high, and therefore when operational buffers must increase. For example, 奇门遁甲, King 遁高, has always been about positioning under pressure. If clash energy is active, you don't necessarily retreat. Instead, you reposition, you diversify suppliers, you tighten the contracts, you shorten receivable cycles, you avoid long-term commitments made during volatile windows. Now, this is not superstition. Why? This is actually about risk management in business. You see, fire amplifies, clash accelerates change, Metal under fire experiences heat, and that symbolically reflects stress on authority and established structure. So when you see geopolitical narratives intensifies, instead of asking who is right, ask whether your business exposure is over-concentrated. Ask whether your logistic dependencies are too narrow. Ask whether your liquidity can absorb short-term volatility. As in a fire horse year like now, exposure services quickly. The founder and business owner who survives macro clash cycles is not the one who understands politics and politics the best. It's those who understand structural sensitivity and reduces vulnerability before friction pits. The fire horse doesn't create geopolitical tension out of nowhere. It amplifies existing fault lines. And amplification without preparation creates shock. Amplification, on the other hand, with preparations creates leverage. Okay? So if this way of reading global events through structural lenses give you a steadier footing, well, do me a favor once again, click like to this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it, and share this video with another founder or business owner navigating cross-border exposure. If you do want deeper ongoing analysis on how fire horse clash energy might influence the markets, leadership pressure, and operational timing, do subscribe to my Destiny Architects Telegram chat, where we can discuss positioning without drama, right? So once again, geopolitics will always have theater. You can't avoid that. Structure, on the other hand, determines whether your business absorbs the shock or stay balanced under heat. And this is purely your choice. Once again, thanks for watching this video.